They're off limits for a reason, you know. I'm Ashley with WatchMojo, and these are the top 10 dangerous forbidden techniques in anime. For this list, we'll be looking at the moves seen in anime that were widely regarded as too lethal to implement, since the ramifications could mean death or worse for all parties involved. They still got used anyway because, let's be honest, who can resist pushing the big red button? As always, I'm on Twitter at AshJBo, so head over there, give me a follow, and let me know which of these dangerous forbidden techniques you think is the coolest.
It's the Kaioken attack. It's like a massive upsurge of energy. Everything is heightened. Power, speed, even hearing and vision improve dramatically.
Number 10, Ultimate Dragon, Saint Seiya.
岩は交流派とはどんな強い敵をも滅ぼす代わりに自らの身をも滅ぼす諸刃の剣
It makes sense that someone who wears the mantle of the Dragon Saint would have the power to transform into an actual dragon when push comes to shove, but apparently this is a big no-no in the celestial bureaucracy.
自由のコスモは お言葉に背いて申し訳ありません
Despite the warnings of his master, Shiryu unleashes the fearsome form against Shura, fully intent on sending them both into orbits where they would perish. If not for a timely change of heart and a kick from Shura, Shiryu would likely not have lived to eat some of that humble pie.
シリお前は死んではならんお前のような男こそ生き抜いてこれからもアテナのために戦わなければならないのだシュラ
Number 9, Jin's final technique, Samurai Champloo.
It is the only means in which to kill your opponent when you have no hope of victory.
We all know that Jin is an accomplished swordsman, far more traditional in the way of the blade compared to Mugen. And yet, none of that mattered when tested against the unmatched skill of Carrier. Overwhelmed by the hand of God, things looked totally hopeless. At least until Jin remembered the final teachings of his master, a move that would bring down any opponent but would also likely kill himself in the process.
If at all possible, do not ever use this technique.
And what does it entail? Well, opening himself up to an attack, getting stabbed, and using the opportunity to strike back. Painful, yet effective. Number 8, Kaioken, Dragon Ball Z.
It all depends on me!
In comparison to Goku's most recent accomplishments, viewing the Kaioken as some kind of terrible, deadly ability is almost laughable. But we have to remember he wasn't always kicking it back with Super Saiyan 1 through 3 and Ultra Instinct. So, you know. After reaching a power level of over 9,000, Goku was able to unlock this higher state of being during the battle against Vegeta and Nappa, accelerating his strength and speed far beyond the norm.
Kaioken attack! Now what?
However, the strain and whiplash from using it was so severe that King Kai insisted Goku never go past ×2. And we all know how that turned out.
Alright, here goes nothing! Kaioken attack ×3! What? No! I told him not to go over a double!
Number 7, Let's Still, Bleach.
I'm sorry, Master. I'm afraid once more I must disobey you.
Tough luck for Ishida. He spent all that time training to help rescue Rukia, invaded Soul Society, managed to shoot down one D-grade Shinigami, and then he just so happened to run into the crazy scientist who murdered his grandfather, prompting him to use the do-or-die Quincy technique that he really wasn't supposed to trigger prematurely.
He's fast, but I can still dodge it. Huh?
While it gives his arrows enough of a boost to wipe out Kurotsuchi's Bankai with ease, it also robbed him of his Quincy abilities in the process. You should have read the fine print, mate. Number 6, Hiten Mitsurugi-ryū, Rurouni Kenshin. While technically a sword style, the demands this form of combat inflicts on its wielder are devastating. Unless you're a master and can execute movement within an inch of perfection, you can expect to experience some severe recoil.
I would like to ask you to teach me the final secrets of the Hiten Mitsurugi style which were left incomplete 15 years ago.
This unfortunately applies to Kenshin as well. Even though he's demonstrated the ability to unleash each and every technique taught to him by Hiko Seishiro, there's always the risk that one false move could lead to the former manslayer falling under the crushing demands of his own attacks. Number 5, Evil Eye, Black Clover. Reincarnation magic seems pretty much banned in every anime you come across, but only in this series can it be amplified with this terrifying multiplier. By stockpiling the host body with ungodly amounts of mana, this third eye can awaken mid-fight with some deadly results. Of course, the Eye of the Midnight Sun takes full advantage of this deadly power-up, imbuing members like Veto with it, who very nearly put an end to our favourite screaming Magic Knight. Throw in the fact that this particular form of reincarnation magic strengthens the wicked emotions of those who use it, driving them damn near insane, and it's no wonder it's forbidden in the Clover Kingdom. Number 4, Dragon of the Darkness Flame, Yu Hakusho.
The darkness flame!
Man, what is it with dragons and their ludicrous requirements? Even amongst demons, this technique is feared, since it summons a jet black dragon born of hellfire that can incinerate any target whatsoever. It's since gone on to become synonymous with the three-eyed edgelord of Team Urameshi almost as much as his sword, though he still had to pay the price for unlocking its potential.
Once your own doom has been unraveled, I assure you there's no turning back.
The first time he used it, he had to cash in his arm as a sacrifice. And even then, if he had not been sufficiently strong enough, there's a very good chance the dragon would have snacked on him instead. Number 3, Edo Tensei, Naruto series.
They're coming alive. What the devil kind of jutsu is that?
A forbidden one.
If there's any kind of ability that deserves to be labeled as taboo, it's bringing the dead back to life to be used as servants or weapons of war. As you can imagine, such a tool is far too tempting for the ninja villains of this show to ignore, hence why Orochimaru and Kabuto exploited it maliciously during their insipid crusades, sacrificing either weaker shinobi or white zetsus in order to bring back some of the strongest jutsu users from ages past as their unwilling slaves.
いくつも転生させたけど、個人情報物質を集めるのは大変だったよ。それってつまり死体探しだからね。
Kind of amazing how quickly you can build up an army when you have an unlimited supply of meat sacks available to act as a catalyst.
お前は浄化した魂を冒涜し、必要のない悲しみと憎しみをばらまき続けている。
Number 2, Human Transmutation, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood.
ローゼ、この者たちはな、錬金術師最大の禁忌、人体錬成を行ったのだ。
You can make a weapon out of the earth itself, punch with the force of a bull, or even summon infernos from your fingertips. Just don't ever try to bring someone back from the dead. Them's the rules of alchemy, and the Elric brothers paid the price for not heeding the warning.
兄さん、なんか変だよ。
Yep, it turns out the equivalent exchange for a human soul is way higher a price than they expected, leading to Al losing his entire body while Ed was robbed of an arm and a leg. A harsh lesson learned, and one they spent most of their young lives trying to amend. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure to go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Giga Slave, Slayers. Because why just have a technique that can annihilate giant monsters when you've got an even stronger ace in the hole that could potentially wipe out the cosmos? And that's no joke. Lena's ultimate attack, which summons part of the Lord of Nightmares into the physical realm, could potentially doom the entire universe if she slips up during her casting. Surprise, surprise, she messes it up and nearly wipes out everything in an instant. Thankfully, the power of love pulled her out of trouble before she went full genocide. But jeez, watch where you're pointing that thing. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.